Hi, Drew.
Hey, how are you?
Spencer.
Nice to meet you.
I'm doing all right. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in to see me today, first of all, on short notice. Before we start, I want to make sure you know a little bit about what an occupational therapist does, and that you're familiar with that. Do you know?
Not really. Like
No?
I've heard about them a little bit, but like I've never actually like worked with an occupational
Okay,
therapist.
so it's a new experience for
Yeah, I've never.
you. Okay, so I can try and help you with that. So essentially, occupational therapists work with people to try and help them to get back to doing the things that they want to do, things that they need to do, and just things that are meaningful to them. This could be in the form of learning new ways of doing things, regaining skills that you once had, or developing new skills. It could also be with using equipment or material to make your life easier, or it could even be with adapting the environment so the environment around you is a little more favorable and accessible for you to be able to do things more comfortably.
For sure.
Those are just a few examples.
Yeah.
Do you get a better sense of what an occupational therapist does?
That makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really.
Okay. First, I just need you to really understand that this is a completely protective environment here in my office.
Good.
So everything we talk about will be kept 100% confidential and will never leave this room.
Good.
Just so you know that. I also want to make sure you know that just the meeting today will just be a completely open discussion where you can tell me about what's been going on lately, some things that have been affecting or bothering you, and just also what you want to get out from working with me. So maybe just some goals that you have that we can work towards.
For sure.
But before we get into any of that, I just want to make you aware of this consent form, which essentially just describes what we'll be doing today. So it'll go over some confidentiality and rights that you have as a client meeting with me.
Mm-hmm.
And also this form just really just read through it. It gives you enough information to make an informed decision on whether you want to participate or not with me today.
Okay.
And also that you're free to stop at any time you wish today.
Okay.
So yeah, you can stop at any time.
Sure.
If it's before the time we have. Yeah, just sign in the bottom corner. If you're comfortable with all that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'll grab that from you after. But first of all, you cool if I jot some notes down just so I have some things on record to refer to for you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it helps you. Yeah.
Okay, that's
definitely,
cool. I just want to hear first about just run me through what's been going on lately.
Well, so what happened was I hurt my knee playing soccer with my intramural team, and that's just had a huge impact on a variety of different aspects of my life in a nutshell.
It really affected your life?
Yeah, exactly. So like mobility is the major thing that I'm dealing with. I can't really walk around or move around very easily. I can't bend my knee at all, so it affects a lot of areas of my life because I can't do any of that.
Yeah.
So like usually in the mornings if I go to work, I'll bike to work because it's nice, it's a little healthy exercise in the morning, gets me up and ready, and it's cheap. It's not like I own the bike, so I don't have to pay for a cab. I don't have to pay for.
You don't got to leave as early.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's all my own time. It's nice, right? So that's nice, and so I can't really do that anymore without my knee. So that's affected. And then when I get to work, I'm a cleaner at the Dowplex, so it requires a lot of constant like bending around machines, and you get to squatting down and stuff. Maneuvering stuff, and I'm on my feet probably the whole time, right? We have to clean 4 or 5 different times, like every single piece of equipment, right? So
that'd be tough.
Yeah, it's a tough job. It's very active, and I have to be on my feet all the time, right? So I find it hurts to do all that with my knee and everything. So I don't know. That it also scares me because like I fear I might get laid off because of my knee, because it's hard to do all these jobs. So I'm slow and I can't really do everything. So it I don't know. I'm kind of scared about that.
I feel a bit threatened.
Yeah.
Could happen. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's a big fear I have, because also right now I'm kind of go through a rough patch. If that makes sense. Because with school, tuition, rent, books, any like extra fees, right? So they all pile up, and I find that if I lost my job, that would just I don't know where I'd go with that. And then school wise, I don't know. It's very mentally tough and mentally fatiguing, if that makes sense. So I find like exercise has been a very good mental health outlet for me, and without the ability of my leg to use my leg very much, I can't exercise and keep my mental health healthy. So I find that's a big piece hit as well. And then overall, like my identity, I'd say a big part of it is as an athlete. So, or as an
playing sports.
Yeah, exactly. So I find that, I don't know, I can't play sports, I can't be active and everything. It kind of feel like I lost that part of my identity, if that makes sense. You know? So those are my major issues, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I got a good understanding of what you were saying. I can definitely relate when I was an athlete. Just the social aspect of being an athlete was huge for me in university. Helped me meet some people that I still friends with till today.
Yeah.
And you know, just great for overall mental and physical health. And I was also a student as well, so I know how hard it is to kind of balancing some stuff all at once around your age. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. But I think there's some things that we can do to help you with
good
handling balance and some of these things. Just first, I want to run through some of the notes that I jotted down, just to make sure I understand what you have told me. So I just want to recap what you said, and I can get any feedback or input on if I missed anything.
Okay. Yeah.
So first, I see you're a really active person. You really enjoy, you know, playing sports.
Yeah.
You know, your job's a very active job, so your knee really affects your ability to do this.
Yeah. For sure.
You usually like to bike to work because it saves you money, and it's a good form of physical activity, and you now feel disconnected from being able to do that.
Yeah.
You also feel like you may be struggling financially and just feel a bit worried about what may happen if you do lose your job because of this, what your employers might think of the injury and whatnot. And also just how important exercise is to you. It seems like exercise is a huge part of your physical and mental health and just overall well-being. A big part of your identity in being an athlete. And you also feel like you can no longer exercise, from what I hear.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay. Anything else to add, or?
No, I think you got it all.
Got it covered?
Yeah.
Okay. So just, I know that we have a quick meeting with time crunch. This was a small meeting window, but just to, you know, give you some recommendations on things that I think we can do for you, and you know, if we meet again, we can go into more detail with them. But I think there's some things we can do for you. I think we can definitely look into helping adapt and change some different aspects of your job. So maybe we can talk with your employer about, instead of you going all around the gym to clean, maybe you can have your own little area, and you do a whole one section of the gym so you don't got to move around as much. You could talk to them about that, and we'll see what can come out of that. But that's an option. We can also look at different ways for you to go to work. So I know Dal has some transportation services that we can look into that are free of cost. We can also look into any scholarships or financial supports that you may be eligible for, and then from there you can choose some that you feel that you'd want to apply for. We can look into that.
Yeah.
And we can also look at different ways for you to still be involved with your team, your soccer team.
Good.
And also I think we can definitely set up a program where you can still exercise, you know, outside of your knee rehab, working with your physical therapist, such as like some non-compromising single leg exercises on your good leg.
Okay.
Just to you know, keep some strength and keep your fitness up a little higher. I also think that we can do some upper body exercises and some core work for you.
Okay.
That won't threaten your injured leg.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds great.
So yeah, those are just some things that came off the top of my head. But if you wanted to schedule another meeting, we can get some of those plans in action, and go from there.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Yeah. That'd be great.
Thanks for meeting with me today, Drew.
Yeah,
good to meet you, and we'll definitely help you and schedule something.
For sure. Thank you.